Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about it, and we've been talking about it, and now we're going to try and actually do it. That's right. This is from 2002. 2002. I think the referee is Sam Ellis. He's the son of Ernie Ellis, and it's Sammy Savard. Now, Sammy Savard, if this is 2002, he's probably only been wrestling for probably only I don't know, maybe a year, not even a year. And you can see here that we're dubbing this here in Buck Zumhofe's in our little basement studio here, and this is old. Plus, it was recorded on those little bitty tapes and that little bitty handheld camcorder. So we don't know exactly how this is going to work. Plus, it was not professionally done. Matter of fact, I might be holding on to the camera, or someone is. I'm not sure. No, I guess not. I'm wrestling, so it's pretty tough for me to be holding on to the camera and wrestling too. So anyway, and another thing is, I don't know where this match, where it's at. So if anybody recognizes this building, well, give us a call. Maybe we'll go back and do it again. Now, this is funny because Sammy looks quite a bit bigger. He's not quite as lean here. You know, he works out now. Plus, he's got a head full of hair and the bandana and all of that. And he's in the ring, obviously, and he's pumped up the way it looks. He's got the camel stuff all on. I don't know if he still wears that today. I don't think so. But anyway, they're running around in the back. That's right, Rock and Roll Buck Zumhofe. Well, let me tell you about Rock and Roll Buck Zumhofe is that he or I never change. Now another thing is, I'm guessing it's got to be summertime, and it's probably warm outside because I don't have my rock and roll suit on. I think I just have a T-shirt that says Rock and Roll or Buck Zumhofe or something on the backside. I'm not real sure neither. But I do have, in the beginning, I used to wear my Cruiserweight Championship belt kind of all over the place. But the Cruiserweight Championship belt was more from All-Star Wrestling and AWA. So for that reason, I don't really ever broadcast it or wear it that much anymore. I retired the cruiser lightweight for Vern Gagne. I think most people that follow wrestling know that. And like I said, this is really, really fun. I don't know what happened in this match. I don't know the outcome. I don't know anything because I just been going through some of our older stuff. And like I said many, many times, I've got hours and hours and hours of all kinds of all-star wrestling, rnr wrestling, rock and roll wrestling, Texas wrestling. I found some wrestling that we did down for Jerry Lawler. I'm going to be putting that on here also in the next, as weeks go by. But there, look at that. Sammy Savard with a head full of hair. Holy cows, I'm telling you. Well, anyway, I imagine, I don't know. Referee's kind of, there you go. I don't know. It's pretty basic all-star wrestling. I trained Sammy, as a matter of fact, him and a few others that came in together that summer. Some of them are still with us, and obviously some of the guys and the gals, they decide to change their careers or their lifestyle or whatever. Well, there he is, back in Rock and Roll Buck Zumhofe, right into the ropes. You can see that. This is our old 16-foot ring. We used to lug this ring from town to town to town before we smartened up and said, hey, why don't we just have a little smaller ring? Like, what's the difference? Now Sammy's arguing with the audience there, the way it looks. Let me see here once. Maybe I can turn a little volume up, and then you can I don't think there's no play-by-play, because like I said before, this was a long time ago. We were first getting started ourselves, with R&R Wrestling. If this is 2002, well, this is only our second year of wrestling ourselves. So, we only had the one ring, and now, I have 4 different rings. Then we had the one truck. Now we have 2 trucks, and we have 4 different rings. So we've come a long ways. on our own, in R&R Wrestling, of course. And, since then, too, we've had big-name guys. We've had Barber the Brutus. We've had, Greg Gagne and Jim Brunzell have come to our shows many times. Kenny J. Also, holy cows, The Rock. Ooh, little body slam there. Now, I think instead of getting to it and trying to work a hole, it looks to me like he's doing a little showing off and a little bragging there because of the body slam. All right, Sammy, that's fine. Anyway, we've had the Honky Tonk Man with us, and lots. The guy with the boogeyman, the guy that ate the worms, he wrestled with us. So we've had a lot of all-star stars or WWE stars wrestle with us over the last. It's unbelievable to say that we're looking at 12 and a half years of R&R wrestling. I don't know. I keep telling myself, we wrap this one up. It's 24 months. Ooh, little hip toss by Sammy Savard. I think he's just showing off now. I'd like to maybe wrap it up. We had 15 years of wrestling every week. Wow. That's all I can say, I guess. But, we're pretty excited about doing these oldies now. We're going to bring these out periodically. That's right. You can see them on the YouTube. The old R&R wrestling, and we're going to mix it up with the new stuff. It's funny because when they talk about wrestling, they want to talk about something that happened in the WWE 10, 15 years ago, something that happened in AWA 30, 40 years ago. Well, now you can look at R&R wrestling and see something that happened. Look at this, old-fashioned crisscross slides into second base. Yep, Rock and Roll was there with a nice hip toss. Look at that. Nice body slam. Not bad. Well, let's see if that's 10 years ago. Heck, I'm young there. Whoa! Bounced them right out of the ring. Heck, I was young there. I was only 52 years old there. Holy cows. And a little rock and roll dance, I'll tell you. These guys here jumped up in the front row when the Sammy went out of his... That's too bad we didn't elevate that camera a little bit. We should have went up onto a ladder or something, or some kind of a scaffolding where we could have shot right over the head. But like I said, there you go. Like I said, we were a little new and a little green at this ourselves back in these days. My goodness, there's always somebody with a chair watching too much of that WWE stuff. But I'll tell you, back in 2002, who would have thought in 2013 that we're still rocking and rolling every week? And not only have we been in business for 12 and a half years, but in the 12 and a half years, we have had maybe three or four Saturdays off in the last 12 years, maybe 2 or 3 Fridays off. Ooh! Wow, did you see that? I ripped that arm right out of the joint. Holy cows. So not only are we, I guess, the most, or one of the most entertaining wrestling companies in the world today, the wrestling world, but we are the most consistent wrestling office in the wrestling world today. Every Friday, every Saturday, 4th of July this year will be on a Thursday, so that means we'll be wrestling Thursday, maybe even Wednesday night. Oh, a little Ric Flair slap. So the 4th of July weekend will be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and maybe a Sunday afternoon matinee. So when the 4th of July falls on a Thursday night, that's always a big, big week for us. Yep. Now here you're seeing some old school. Buck Zumhofe, I've been working on that arm and that shoulder here for the past 6-7 minutes now, and that's old school there. Nice tackle. Knocked him right on his can. He didn't jump up so fast that time, did he? You can't take nothing away from Sammy Savard. He has wrestled now for the WWE. He's been on there many, many times, so he's making a name for himself. Travels all over the country, travels all over the world, and I'm sure you're going to be seeing Sammy Savard in a lot of other wrestling organizations, wrestling all over the Midwest. But I'm always proud, and I'm always happy to say, look at that, reverse hip toss. I'm always happy to say Sammy Savard's one of my boys. I trained him. He's great. And I'm just glad that I was a big part of helping him out and get going. Ooh. Since he's been on his own, since he's left R&R Wrestling, oh boy, 8-9 years ago, He's consistently wrestles for other organizations. He still comes in and occasionally wrestles for Rock and Roll Buck Zumhofe. We love to have him on the show, too. But a lot of times, if I call him on a Friday or Saturday, a lot of times he's already booked for someone else flying out to the East Coast, flying out to the West Coast. And a lot of times he ends up with bigger venues than our little beer joints. So that's good. And I'm glad for him, and I hope that he does well. But at the moment, he's in trouble. I got the armbar back on him again. If you've been watching this match and paying attention, you know I've been working that arm for almost 10 minutes now in this whole match. Back to the nice old school tackle. Drop down. What's up? Leapfrog. And a backdrop. Holy cows. I'm on the ball here tonight. Boy, oh boy. Look at that. I'm about 20 pounds heavier on this one than I am now. I got myself in the back of shape a little bit. I lost about 20 pounds and get a little sun. And well, my hair's a lot lighter now, too, of course. But it's still rock and roll to me. There you go. Okay, is it skull crack? No, pile driver. Look at that. Little something from Mad Dog. Bingo. I don't know if I nailed him hard enough to knock him cold. We'll see. 1, no. Puts that leg up on the rope, you bet. Some of these rules in wrestling, they've been around forever. Ooh, little slip of the leather right across his 4 eyes. You know, the old 10 count on the floor, 5 count to break the hold. I remember when I was a kid, I believe it was a 20 count on the floor before you get back in the ring, but they changed that. Well, now the WWE and a lot of them, heck, they don't even count anymore. I think they just let them beat the crap out of each other on the floor. And after they're done hitting each other with chairs and tables and God knows what, they just let them back in the ring and they continue it again. Boy, oh boy, Sammy, he's saving himself. Saving himself. It's my fault. I should be pinning him in the middle of the ring, but we always end up close to the ropes, close enough for Sammy Savard to place his leg up on the rope, which is, hey, what the heck, he's getting out of his hold. I don't know if this is, this might be up north. Walk On. Matter of fact, I think that's where this is. Walk On, Minnesota. It's right up there by that big Itasca. I think it's Itasca. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what this is. This is Walk On, Minnesota. Well, this is kind of cool because I got this show from Walk On 2002, and I believe I have another show from Walk On that has Honky Tonk Man on it. Well, what I'll do is, that'll be fun. I'll show this show from Walk On 2002, and then I'll find another show from Walk On 2012. I'm pretty sure I got one here someplace. And we'll put that tape on following this tape. That'd be kind of cool. Same building, 10 years difference. Buck Zumhofe still wrestling. I don't think Sammy Savard was on our show in 2012. I'm pretty sure not. Ouch. Look at that little trick from Mad Dog all the way across the ring. Flat on my back. Hung my throat right on that second no. I don't know what it is, if it's really, really that cheering of the crowd or the chanting of the crowd. I'm not kidding you. It always gives you that little extra incentive. There you go, a little punch. Oh, ducks the clothesline. Sammy came back with a clothesline of his own. Knocked rock and roll on his can. There it is. 1, no. This is a heck of a match. We're going on about 15 minutes already. I don't know exactly, like I said before, I didn't even know where this place was. Now I kind of recognize it. I believe it's Walk On because the stage and the T-shirts and all of that is where I'm standing or where the camera is. And then there's an entry door to the right where the ring truck and everything is setting. And it sure looks like it now that I've been looking it over. Walk On, Minnesota, 2002, ladies and gentlemen. This is 2002. Sam Ellis, the special referee. Buck Rock and Roll Zumhofe. And Sammy Savard. Sammy Savard, the rookie. That's right. Boy, that sounds funny. Sammy Savard, the rookie. Looks like he's got that He's got the chin lock. He's got the head bent. He's got the chin on Rock and Roll. Rock and Roll is going to get him up. There you go. Come on, baby. You can see him. He's got him. They're going to be, I'm sure they're chanting Rock and Roll. Owie. Little shot to the throat. See that? Nice big tackle. He drops down. What's up? Whoa! Buck was trying to catch him. He was trying to throw him. He did catch him up in that O'Connor roll-up. I think you couldn't see it. This guy's head's in the way, but he caught Buck with the heel of his boot when he came over. I think the Rock and Roll is seeing stars right now. Bango! Bango! Big right hand. Uh-oh. Big right hand right in that neck, right in that throat area. Big body slam. I think it's over for Rock and Roll. Just see that. That flying fist coming right up the top rope. No! Buck Zumhofe kicked off it. Owie. Sammy's hot. You can tell it. He's had enough. I think he's had enough. I'm looking at the time on here. 17 minutes has gone by. Sammy Savard, the rookie. Rock and Roll, Buck Zumhofe, the veteran. I'm saying Buck Zumhofe is 52, and I'm saying Sammy Savard is probably 22. Heck, he's just a kid on here, boy, I tell you. And now he thinks it's all wrapped up. No. We have another match from somewhere down in Iowa, and we were about this far along, and the rope broke. I have to see if I can find that one. What a tremendous match that was. Once the rope busted, he dragged the end of the rope in there and strangled with me, beat the crap out of me. Wait a minute. Oh, Buck Zumhofe pulled a switch, gave him a big right hand. There it is. I think, I don't know what. Boom, another one. Holy cows. It looks like Sammy Savard is in tough shape. The referee, come on, Buck, you dumb shit. He signaled that backdrop. Sammy kicked him right alongside the neck and the face. Caught him on the side of the chin the way it looks. Buck is in la-la land there. He doesn't really know what hit him. Sammy is finding it together again. There it is. Rakes the eyes. Sammy Savard looks like he's buying some time. He's trying to catch his breath. Best thing he can do is rake my eyes. Keep me out of the way. Now, back to that chin lock, which he was wrestling. He's been putting that chin lock on me all night long, wearing me down with the chin lock, and of course with his tackles and body slams and everything else he's been doing. What a great professional match this really is. This is the kind of matches that you see here at R&R Wrestling. Not only here at R&R Wrestling, but this is the same kind of wrestling that you see in Vern Gagne's All-Star Wrestling. That's right. I was taught by Billy Robinson, Vern Gagne, Greg Gagne, Jim Brunzell. So who else would I wrestle like, for crying out loud? I've taken all the wrestling that I know and all the knowledge I have, passed it on to guys like Sammy Savard. So one day, look at that. Ooh! So one day they're going to be able to keep on the wrestling tradition. That's right, the AWA wrestling tradition, the way that I was taught, Jim Brunzell, Greg Gagne, the day when the Crusher, the Mad Dog, Dick the Bruiser, and all these guys who have this legacy of the AWA. I'm so happy and I'm so proud that I was part of the AWA, not only just a part, but a champion in the AWA, traveled all over when I was in the AWA. And, of course, next R&R Wrestling, which, of course, I run it all and, put it all together, the AWA will always, sidewalk slam. The AWA will always be a big part of my life. We're coming up, I'm not kidding you, that we're coming up to a 20-minute match here, a good old-fashioned all-star AWA match here. Sammy Savard still, he's got steam. He's not tuckered out. He's not tired. I think maybe I'm going to be tuckered out here. Whoa! Look at that small... No! I thought I had him. Kind of a Ric Flair move there. A little quick small package. Sammy's had enough now. He's putting the boots to Rock and Roll. I think he's upset. Nice way to put it. Look at that. He's on me like, ouch. Ouch, look at that. Big boot, big punch, big boot. I'm telling you, if anybody deserves a break in the WCW or TNA or WWE, it is Sammy Savard. He's dedicated to the game. He loves this wrestling more than he loves anything else, believe me. He gives it 110%, 150% in the ring. Look at this man work. Holy buckets. Now we're coming on to the 20-minute mark. Still at it. We haven't slowed down. We haven't raced it. We've had good timing, a good match, back and forth. I've been working that arm. He's been working the arm and the neck. Now, of course, he's just putting the boots to me. I think he's forgot about working an arm or a neck or a back or anything. He's just going to try to tucker me down, wear me out, and beat me right there in the middle of the ring. Well, anyway, that's his idea. Naturally, I have another idea, but the referee... It's just too bad we didn't have the ring elevated or the camera elevated. It's a little bit tough. I think I'm out. Yep, I am. I'm out on the floor. Sammy Savard, when he hit me in the throat and the neck, he must have kicked me and threw me out of the ring. Because of these fans sitting on this side here, I didn't see it. But that's probably what happened, because now I'm out sucking a little wind. Okay. There you go. I'm walking, I have a 10 count, so you can play that 10 count. Let them count out to about 8 or so, come in the ring, jump back out, then the referee has to start counting again, which in my situation is a good deal because I can get my breath back. Boy, oh boy, I am big on this one here. I must weigh 30 pounds more than I do now. Holy cows, I'm telling you. Well, anyway, yep, I'm going to get ahead of steam. There you go. I'm going to get ahead of steam. I can see those people chanting rock and roll. Holy cows, there's Sammy. Sammy knows they're chanting rock and roll. There it is. Here, no. Oh, nice big tackle right to that stomach. Rock and roll had enough. Here it is. Looky, what a Beal. Holy cows, I'm telling you, another big Beal. Sammy Savard. Did he? Yes, sir. Rock and roll. There's something you don't see rock and roll do very often anymore, and that's the drop kick. My gosh. I can't hardly get him up there anymore like I used to, but it's good to see. Look at the bump from Sammy Savard. Took him into the ring post all the way across the ring. I think he's going to lay him down for the Buck Zumhofe splash. Now remember, this is the Buck Zumhofe. Oh! He lifted his knees. He got rock and roll right in the stomach. But... well, it seemed to stun him a little bit, but it doesn't seem to matter. They're going to keep going. It's not the Bader splash, by the way. Whoa, look at that. 1, 2, 3, and a handful of trunks. I'm telling you. Did you see that, ladies and gentlemen? The oldest trick in the world. Sammy Savard grabs a handful of trunks, and I believe the referee is going to give the match to Sammy Savard. You bet. I hope you enjoyed this. 2002, up north there by Waukon, Minnesota. I hope you enjoyed this because we're going to bring more oldies, rock and roll wrestling oldies, back on the internet, back on the YouTube. So keep an eye on this. Sammy Savard, Buck Zumhofe, 2002. Thank you.